Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Community Connection live broadcast. Today's a special one because we have a lot of events coming up. Tonight, we have the Christmas tree lighting ceremony in the center of town in the heart of Mount Juliet. And then tomorrow, we have our Christmas parade. So I brought the best person in to talk about all of these city events, and it's our city PIO, Justin Beasley. Justin, what's going on? How's it going out there today?
Hey, Captain, always a pleasure to be on with you guys, and how many viewers and how many people learn from this broadcast, including myself every week. But really a pleasure to be on with the Jerry Monday Employee of the Year, Richard Frankich. It's an honor and pleasure, and I'm going to have to save this broadcast for my archives.
There you go. That's it. Richard is an award-winning employee, but we're proud of Richard and all he does, and big congrats on that Sergeant Jerry Monday of the Year award. He puts in a lot of time here at the office, but we also see him volunteering a lot out in the field in that community service officer program. And just with that, he'll be out tonight, and he's going to be out tomorrow working with all of us to ensure these city events go well and are safe as possible.
Yeah, he does a great job. And today, to answer your question, we've got a couple of big city events in the next 2 days. And again, glad to be able to tell all your viewers about this one. Tonight from 5 to 7 is our Christmas tree lighting, sponsored by Shiloh Baptist. This is our third annual one, so we've done this for quite some time. We're actually going to have our parade safety meeting. You might know that our parade is tomorrow night, or tomorrow morning, at 11 a.m. Yeah. We normally have a parade safety meeting on Thursday and Friday. This year we decided to do it on the same day as the Christmas tree lighting for families to come out, patronize food trucks, and be able to have a time of gathering together here at Division Street behind the clock tower. That's, again, it's going to be from 5 to 7. Food trucks arrive at 5. 6 o'clock, our Parks Board puts on their safety meeting led by Rocky Lee. At about 6:15, we're going to announce our Christmas across Mount Juliet. That's the holiday lighting contest. That's already come and gone. We had quite a few entries this year with businesses and people with inside the city limits. We're going to name those 6 winners. They're going to take home $100 gift cards, bragging rights, yard signs, you name it. That event gets bigger and bigger every year. 6:30, we're going to take it over to Shiloh Baptist. They're going to have someone lead us in some choir singing with Christmas and kind of recognizing the reason for the season. And then 7 o'clock, we're going to Clark Griswold it and put it together, and hopefully the lights come on. So that'll be a big event here. And then Saturday at 11 o'clock is our actual Christmas parade. Now, this year's theme is a golden Christmas parade because we're doing 50 years. As you guys know, Monday is the actual 50th birthday of the city. We're going to have a special kind of event at City Hall before our commission meeting, as we do the second and fourth Monday of each month. We're going to have, 7 o'clock specifically for the parade. We're going to have the staging up until about 9 o'clock. And then about 10 o'clock, we're going to do a Facebook Live, Rocky Lee and myself from the city account. We're going to go around and we're actually going to judge the floats and name the winners of all of that. And then at 10:45, as you show right there, the road closure begins. And we're going to do a prayer for Rowan Ace Frensley, who we lost a couple of years ago, and do something in honor of him, as we've done every year, that is so sentimental and so it really brings the community together. I think Chief Hambrick's going to lead us in prayer with that, or if not, we'll do Fire Chief Jamie Luffman, but both of those guys, men of faith. And then 11 o'clock, we're going to start the parade. And Captain, last time I checked, you might have a different radar than me. I don't think we have any rain in the forecast. So 2 thumbs up there. But for anybody that's threatened by the rain, just remember last year we had some drizzle, we had some rain in the forecast, but it didn't stop anybody from having fun. We had to reschedule it last year because of the tornado that we experienced on December 11th. And we actually had only about 40 floats, and we had a fantastic time. It was my first Christmas parade as an employee of the city of Mount Juliet, and I enjoyed it. This time, we're supposed to have a little more than 100 floats. So if you can double the fun from last year, if that's even possible, that's what we're hoping to do Saturday starting at 11.
Yeah, Justin, I'm looking at the forecast too, and that heavy rain chance has gone away. So let's just continue to hope that it is dry. But like you said, regardless if it's not dry, we are still going to have a fun time out at the Christmas parade. I heard we had a lot of entries this year, more than we usually had. Do you want to talk a little bit about the number of entries?
Yeah, we have just been flooded with entries, and you think that number got to 100 probably last week? It didn't. It's been around 60 or 70, and I'd say the last minute signees, that was about 20 or 30. So
Yeah.
I mean, we've got dignitaries, we have past mayors that we're going to recognize in the float that leads the parade. The Kiwanis Club has been working hard on that within our Parks Department of getting that together. We're going to have PD, we're going to have fire, we're going to have every representative you can think. All of the Board of Commissioners are going to be there as well. Two Rivers Ford is going to supply the F-150s, so they always do that, which we certainly appreciate from the city standpoint. Green Hill, I remember FFA, their parade, their float was pretty awesome last year. I imagine they're going to have something similar to that this year, but I'm excited to see it. I mean, again, I only saw 40 last year, so if you add 60 to that count, I imagine it's going to be a parade 30 minutes longer than even last year. So again, road's going to close from about 10:45 to 1. Might not get all the way till 1, but hey, if you get a good seat by 10:30, because again, the road closes at 10:45, buckle up because it could be a long parade, tons of candy and tons of people, and we hope everyone that is able can join us and do it responsibly and have a great time this Christmas season.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it, and looking forward to tonight at the tree lighting ceremony. The main tree is being lit at 7, and I guess someone donated the new tree, right? It's a larger tree that's actually now planted in the ground. You want to talk a little bit about the two different trees that are out there?
Sorry to bury the lead. It's a Norwegian spruce. It's about
Okay.
30 feet right now. I see I'm about 5 foot, so that's 6 of me. That's about 30 feet up there.
Yeah, it's a lot taller than you.
It is a lot taller than me. It's
But a lot of things are taller than you.
Yeah, that's not saying much, Captain. The parks employees are going to water it throughout the year. We actually put decorations on it. I'm not sure if those are going to be permanent or not, but the tree is going to be permanent. We're not going to put it down. It's something we're going to be able to look at all season long and all year long, and it's something that is Mount Juliet's now. So it still has about 20 feet or so to grow. We have a tree over here just to the right, as you see. That's the one we're encouraging people to bring family ornaments to put on that. So
awesome.
Bring an ornament, bring a lawn chair to sit in if you want to enjoy yourself from 5 to 7, or you can stand the entire time like myself. But if you're really smart, you bring a chair for your family and myself, and I'll join you and sit down. And again, 3 different food trucks here, including coffee and hot chocolate. So really, there's nothing bigger or better in town. You get to meet a lot of your representatives, get to see a lot of people from the city, including Captain Tyler Chandler, Richard Frankich. So I don't think anything's competing with that tonight.
Awesome. Well, Justin, thank you so much for all the insight for tonight and tomorrow. We always appreciate you joining us on our live broadcast, and we'll see you tonight.
Yes, sir. Thanks for all y'all do, guys. Appreciate the time to let me on here.
Thanks, Justin. We'll see you tonight, man. Be careful. All right, Rich, how's your day going, man?
Going good. It's been a busy day, but a good day.
Yeah, man, Justin is just so awesome. I'm so glad we have him as a part of our city team. He's always knowledgeable in the different things that are happening citywide, but he does a great job of getting that information out to our community. So that's always good stuff. I do want to talk a little bit about the parade route itself. So the parade route tomorrow, again, the roads are going to close around 10:45 to ensure everything's prepared for the 11 o'clock start of the parade. But it starts at the Mount Juliet League Fields on Lebanon Road at Two Rivers Park. And so if you're arriving to check in with your floats, you're going to check in near the Publix. We're kind of behind the El Kamal and Walgreens area, the drive into the league fields. You will check in there if you are afloat. But then once it starts, if you're going to watch, you're going to want to watch from Lebanon Road near the ball fields. That parade will then travel down Lebanon Road headed west. Once it gets to the Mount Juliet Road intersection, it will turn left and head south on Mount Juliet Road, and then it will travel south all the way to the Division intersection at East and West Division Street. And then it will end basically when it hits that intersection, but the floats will continue down East Division to disembark and just to disengage from the parade and let everyone off of their float. So here's a couple maps you can see now is the check-in area at the league field. You also see the league field where they will be coming out on Lebanon Road. More details here about kind of the lineup and the parade start. And then here's the parade end at the intersection of Division Street and Mount Juliet Road. And once it ends, the floats will be pulling into the RTA train station. They'll be pulling into the Chamber of Commerce parking lot and also down to the Fellowship Church. So if I was coming to watch the parade and I didn't have to be in the parade to help with traffic, I would get somewhere on Mount Juliet Road between Division Street and Lebanon Road. Those are the best viewing areas. A good parking lot to park at is always Mount Juliet Middle School, and then walk up to the roadway. Different parking lots along Mount Juliet Road are also good as well. Rich, where would you park if you were going to watch the parade?
Probably the two best spots I would pick would either be, there's always plenty of room there at City Hall or over there at Dunkin' Donuts parking lot and the Christmas place. They got some good viewing spots over there.
Yeah. I think the Christmas place is probably doing something this year, a little extra to coincide with the parade. So I think I saw them advertising, come shop and then enjoy the parade as well. Then you got Dunkin' Donuts right there, Jeremiah Ice Cream, that new place, Italian Ice, I think they call it. But I've been wanting to try that. I may get by there tonight and try it. But we're looking forward to a good parade. We want everyone to be safe. There are some floats and dignitaries that do throw candy out, but just please be mindful of your children and don't have them dart out into the roadway to pick up candy and stuff. You just want to be super, super careful. Watch your children. We've seen children dart out and run in front of floats before, and it really is scary. And that's why we have the safety meetings with the drivers to ensure that they are aware of the different hazards during a Christmas parade. But we also just want to educate our community members too, because there's things you can do to ensure that our parade is safe too. And that's keep an eye on the children and ensure they are out of the roadway. But just remember, 10:45, the roads will begin to close. So you will want to be in your spot to watch the parade. And so far, the weather is looking dry for us, which is good. And let's hope it continues that way. Switching gears to a little incident we had earlier this week in relation to military ordnance that was found. This is an old anti-tank round that was found in a shed in a backyard of a home that was being renovated. The person renovating the home found it, realized what it was, and then set it down on the back porch, called our city officials, and we responded out there, saw what it was, and we truly don't know what that is at the time, and we're not trained to deal with that. No one from our fire or police department is trained to deal with that, and it has to be disposed properly, but also verified that it is not a working anti-tank round or working explosive. So a military team responded from Fort Campbell. They got here within about 2 hours, but it only took them about 5 minutes to tell us that it's a safe round, it is empty, and they took it with them back to Fort Campbell. They will use it for just other types of training events, but they have an x-ray machine, and it was determined to not be full with anything. It was just the shell. So thankfully, all was good. We do have to always go the extra mile and have those extra precautions in place and be sure that it is not a danger to anyone. And that's why we have to call those special teams to come look at it. There were about 10 homes that were requested to evacuate. Only 3 of those were occupied, and they left the area until it was deemed safe. But we appreciate everyone's patience during that. Again, we just have the number one goal of keeping our community safe. And sometimes we have to go and take those extra precautions when we find odd items like you see pictured on the screen that none of us are really familiar with. I want to remind you, as your packages are arriving that you're ordering for Christmas, be mindful that there are people out there that want to take stuff from you. We call them porch pirates, and they will see packages on front porches and want to steal those because they think there's items that are valuable in them. And a lot of items could be valuable in the packages on your porch. So there's some tips on your screen. Schedule deliveries to arrive when you're home. Have a trusted friend or neighbor get the package for you. Have surveillance on your front door or doorbell camera. And you can always deliver packages to different stores, Amazon lockers, or your workplace to ensure that they're safe. But just want to put that on everyone's mind, and also on your mind, always lock your car and remove your valuables and guns from your vehicles. Never leave your keys in your car. And if you have to leave something in your car, hide that so it's not visible to anyone who wants to look in your window to see what they could take. So always take a little bit of extra precaution just to keep yourself safe and so you're not a victim of theft. And I'll let Rich jump into the weekly update.
Yeah, thanks, Cap. So this week we're covering the week of December the 1st through the 7th. Getting right into our numbers, we had 959 police calls for service, 73 fire calls, 13 crime reports, 70 arrest charges, 521 traffic stops, 259 citations, 29 non-injury crashes, and 1 injury crash. So those crash numbers are creeping down, which is awesome. Of course, we always shoot for the big zeros, but getting them as low as we can is a good thing.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
Into the crime reports, 4 each of family disturbances and fraud, 2 each of harassment and theft, and 1 property damage.
Very good.
And on the arrest charges this week, some good proactive numbers here as usual. 15 simple possession of drugs, 12 driving on suspended driver's license, 9 no driver's license, 7 each of possession of drug paraphernalia and warrants. And of course, you can see the rest there. But one that always stands out to me is that one there at the very bottom, the move over law. We're starting to see that more and more frequent here lately, which is a little disconcerting. Yeah. And moving on to the Guardian Shield program, the top 3 stats that everyone really likes to see are the stolen cars at 142, the stolen plates at 62, and the wanted persons at 100. And those stats are since the program has been in place.
Very cool. And it's nice to see that Metro Nashville voted to allow their pilot program in the license plate reader go forward, which is good. And hopefully it'll be used effectively. So it'll help capture those who are on a known hot list for criminal activity. But if you look at our stats here, the majority of the suspects that are arrested are from the metro area. Majority vehicles that we recovered that are stolen are also from the metro area. So glad Metro Nashville Police are going to be able to test out that tool, and I hope they truly have good quality success from that.
And that's what I got for you on stats.
All right, good deal. How's the weather looking for us? Let me get that pulled up. We'll take any questions, folks, that you have. Just type those in the comments. I saw one here about what's going on in the Tuscan Garden subdivision, Park Glen area. This was from Angela. Angela, I checked the call as you typed that in earlier, and it looked to be a suspicious person call. It was cleared very quickly. I don't know the details of that call, but it looks like someone called in a suspicious person. There was no arrest, no report done, and then they cleared it. So my guess is officers went out there, checked it out, and everything was fine. Good stuff. But folks, we always like these live broadcasts to be interactive. If you have a question, type that in. Rich and I can hopefully answer it for you. He's going to talk a little bit about the weather, though, what we're going to see.
Yeah, so, temperatures have been kind of unseasonably warm for us right now. They're going to continue that way for at least the next couple of days. Lows will be in the mid to upper 40s, highs in the mid to upper 50s, low 60s. And come Saturday, most of the day Saturday, we're looking just partly cloudy, mostly cloudy. They're not expecting the rain and showers to hit until afternoon or evening. So we should be more than good for the parade. May see just a passing sprinkle or two, but that'll be about it until evening hours. Then you see Saturday night, we're looking to get pretty wet again. But we joked that we made up for the drought this whole last week. So you see on Monday and Tuesday, we're starting to clear up pretty nice, and it'll be pretty day coming next week.
Good stuff. I'm just glad it's not going to rain during the parade. Again, fingers still crossed, but this is straight from the Weather Service, and they show us during the morning about through noon. It's supposed to just be mostly cloudy, so that's great. It may be a very, very beautiful parade. It'd be awesome. Christy's asking, how long will the toy box in the lobby be there? I know we had this question earlier you were doing some research on, Rich. They're not picking it up yet, but I think usually it's next week that it's picked up. But I would say it'll be there for another week, if I had to guess. I know we're still waiting on that official answer from the organization. We appreciate all the kind words, Mickey. Thank you for keeping us safe. Absolutely. Good afternoon to Dorothy. as well. And then Jimmy's jumping in here. Hello, Richard and Captain Chandler. Hello, Jimmy. Well, good stuff. Rich, I will see you at the tree lighting ceremony this evening. Probably get there about 5 to ensure people in traffic are flowing well, getting them across the roadway. And the main event really is at 7, but they have all other things happening leading up to the main event. So if you have nothing to do this evening, come out to the tree lighting ceremony from 5 to 7. It'll be at the corner of Division Street and Mount Juliet Road at the clock tower. All right, take care, everyone. Be safe. We'll see you tonight and tomorrow during the parade.